Welcome, everyone. Tonight, the Jackson County Blue Devils are on the road. We're in Sumner County, Westmoreland, Tennessee, at Westmoreland High School, home of the Eagles. And the Blue Devils looking to get back in the win column. They lost their first game of the season last week at Clay County, but got their work cut out for them tonight against Westmoreland, a very large team physically as well as numbers. But coin toss was held earlier. Westmoreland won the toss and elected to receive, so they're making their way on the field. Jackson County kickoff team moves to the center of the field, and the Blue Devils will be kicking off. Kicking off tonight for Jackson County is number 5 for the Blue Devils, and that is not on my roster. So Jet Tucker, number 5 for Jackson County, will be kicking off. I was trying to think of his last name. I could remember Jet from last week, but couldn't remember the Tucker. But he tees it up center of the field. Also see Darren Sousa back over the sideline. Good to see him back, not seriously injured. Here's the kickoff, high, end over end. Fielded around the 20, and he stepped out of bounds. No, they ruled the kick went out of bounds.
That will be a penalty.
That will be a penalty, yes. So he fielded it right on the sideline, and I thought he stepped out of bounds, but the referee ruled that he fielded the kick out of bounds, so therefore procedure penalty or whatever.
Looks like we're going to re-kick it.
That's one of the options. You can either take it at 35, or you can back Jackson County up 5 yards and kick it again. And Westmoreland, with confidence in their return game, said they'd rather back us up 5 yards and try it again. So Tucker will tee it up one more time after a 5-yard mark off. Instead of kicking from the 40, he'll kick from the 35. See what Jackson County comes up with this time. If they decide to directional kick or once again kick it away, the twin safety standing inside their 20. I'm surprised they haven't moved up a little.
Westmoreland returners shifting to the right of the field there.
It's at left side, fielded at the 20. Comes up field at the 40, breaks a tackle down the sidelines, cuts back, and will be still on his feet.
One man to beat.
Touchdown Westmoreland as they take the opening kickoff. 80 yards on the return. Westmoreland leads it 6-0. Well, we said Westmoreland had confidence in their return game, and now we know why.
Absolutely. I believe that was number 7, Cooper White there for Westmoreland. Just ran up the right side of the field. Nobody could catch him.
Yeah, good speed, and the Westmoreland return team did a good job forming a wall and preventing anybody from getting to him. So try for point will be coming up as Westmoreland will tee up the extra point. Snap is back, set is down, kick on the way, and it is good. So right Westmoreland 7, Jackson County nothing. We'll be back after a break. Tee it up on the far hash mark at the 40-yard line. Collier and Stafford back deep for the Blue Devils. Let's see where they go with it. High, short kick. Hits and...
fair catch called.
I guess called a fair catch over there. Probably a good move with that type of kick. Kennard made the fair catch just inside the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Jackson County.
Excited to see this offense get to work here.
Jackson County on the opening drives this year have been very effective. Skylar Stacy will be going at quarterback. His running back is Xavier Mitchell. 2 wideouts near side, 2 up top. So they spread the formation. Stacy takes the handoff to Mitchell. Breaks 1 tackle in the backfield and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard. Not a lot of room in there on that play, but bring up second down and long for the Blue Devils. I was looking on the far side for the down markers. It's on the near side. About 2 yards on the carry.
Second and a long 8.
From the shotgun. Stack receivers near side. Fake the handoff. Quarterback keep. Stacy will get to the 35 and just across. Give him about 2 yards again. That'll bring up a third down and about 6 yards to go. Perry on the tackle for Westmoreland. Didn't get as good a spot as I hope. Call it third down and 7.
Offense is spread out sideline to sideline.
Yep. Flanked wide. See what the offense comes up with here.
Defense is showing blitz.
Motion. Stacy rolls, pressure, fires it. Good move. He flipped it across the line of scrimmage and incomplete pass. That'll bring up fourth down, so Jackson County will be forced into a punting situation. That one didn't have a chance at all as the Westmoreland defense just all over the attempted pass, so Jackson County with punt formation.
Stacy, good job there not taking the sack, though.
He really did. Collier back to punt it away. CJ takes the snap, hits it, low line drive kick, hits it to 40, gets a good roll across the 35 down toward the 20, and will be down at about the 22-yard line. So we'll see Westmoreland on the offense for the first time. They lead by a score 7-0. We got 9:58 to go first quarter. 23-yard lines where they set the ball down. 1st and 10, Eagles of Westmoreland. You're looking there, the team in red. Blue Devils in blue and white. White jerseys, blue pants, white helmets. Westmoreland, 2 backs, quarterback under center, turns, fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws, and
great coverage.
Great play, absolutely.
He lost his helmet. Beautiful coverage there, Tom.
It really was. C.J. Collier on the breakup. I mean, he got a hand in there, knocked it away. What looked like a sure reception. Isaiah Thomas checks in as Collier's helmet came off, and you got to go to the sideline for one play when your helmet comes off, unless it was pulled off by an opposing player. But, 2nd down and 10, well played by the Blue Devil defense.
They're out of the shotgun now.
Yep, into the gun. Wing back in motion. Quarterback going to keep. And he's going to be wrapped up, gets up near the 30, going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. Looked like Jackson County had defended better than that, but they spot him on the 29, looks like. So that'll be a 3rd down and 5, or 3rd down and 4, we'll call it. Westmoreland, we'll see if they stay with the shotgun or go back under center.
Looks like he's going to line up under center there, Tom.
At least he's going to initially go under center. Quick snap, hand off to his running back. He's hit and breaks a tackle, breaks another, still on his feet, breaks a third, and they said he stepped out of bounds, but not until he's going to pick up 1st down plus.
There's some laundry on the field there, sir. I believe it's going to be a face mask on us.
Penalty on the far side of the field. The announcer said helmet turned around backwards. That indicates a face mask. That'll be a probably 15-yarder against Jackson County. They're pointing to Westmoreland, though. We'll have to
Oh. They're backing Westmoreland up.
Yeah, big one. Major penalty on Westmoreland, so face mask may have occurred out of bounds. And again, the referees are discussing something. And
Jackson County caught a big break there. That was a 20-plus yard run, sir.
It really was. And if they mark us off against Westmoreland, that'll put them back to 3rd down. And we'll see how many. Just about the original line of scrimmage is where it goes back to. 3rd down and 3. So the Blue Devils get a do-over from a pistol this time.
Low snap.
Quick pitch out in the flat. He goes down, and I believe he's short. Good tackle over there.
That was a great open field tackle.
I believe that was Clenard on the stop. Held him to about a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 4th down.
Looks like their offense is going to stay on the field.
What's confidence in your defense when you're sitting on your own 31-yard line to go for it on 4th and 2? Let's see if they try a hard count or no, they hand it off. And he's going to have 1st down yardage and then some. Breaks the line, got the 50, 40, 30. It's a race, and I don't believe we're going to catch him. No, sir. Touchdown, Westmoreland. And that's the danger when you put everybody on the line. If you break that plane, that line of scrimmage, then there's nobody to stop the runner, and Westmoreland goes 69 yards for the touchdown. The Eagles at this point, 8:09 up 13-0 on the Blue Devils. Try for point coming up.
Nobody's got it. We had 2 safety corners outside.
I don't think that they were expecting that, Tom. They had the short yardage situation defended. They just bounced it outside.
Well, it's, again, you got to make that stop at the line of scrimmage if you're going to put 9 men on the line of scrimmage. And unfortunately, he broke a tackle and went 69 yards. Well, what they're waiting on,
they just skied the wing, knocked the tight end.
Eagles kicker's on the field. He sets his tee down now.
Like I said, we're not skying right.
Oh, we can actually see the play clock tonight.
We got 2 people.
Waiting on the snap. It's back. Good. Kick is up. It also looks good.
He split them again.
Westmoreland 14, Jackson County 0. We got another kickoff back as Westmoreland will tee the football up. Penalty on the extra point, and Westmoreland is backed up 15 yards, so they'll kick off from the 25 following that penalty. Jackson County return men, Clenard and Stafford back across the 25. Bouncing kick fielded by Brady Smith. Brady cross midfield, crossed the 45, and knocked down at the 44-yard line of the Eagles of Westmoreland. 1st and 10, Jackson County from the Westmoreland 44.
Great field position to start this drive.
Really is. Jackson County's best field position of the night. As we'll see if the Blue Devil offense can get something going. Stacy backs up in the shotgun.
2-man motion.
Yeah, tight end and H-back shift. Looks to the sideline. Stacy steps up, relays the message from the sideline. Here's a snap, give Mitchell. Counter play, Xavier's got 5, 7. Good yardage on 1st down. Good block in there, Jackson County's offensive line.
That was a great push.
It really was, and Darren Sousa came across and made a good kick out. Xavier Mitchell always runs hard. 2nd and 4. Westmoreland shifts their defensive front. Play signal in from the sideline. Sousa in motion. Give, straight power quarterback run. And Not much on that play. Flag comes in late. That may be unsportsmanlike on Westmoreland. Play was over with. Slammed a white shirt down late, and a little extracurricular will pick up 15 yards of the first down for Jackson County. They tell you to hit till the whistle or till the play stops, and when
he
you
went a
keep
little
going,
further.
He went a little deeper on that one, and that will be unsportsmanlike conduct and a 15-yard walk-off against the Eagles. So that will move the Blue Devils inside the 30, inside the 25, and down to the 23.
Knocking on the door to the red zone here.
And unfortunately, that's been where we've struggled on this offense, is down inside the 20. So hopefully that won't happen here. Stacy steps up, talks to his lineman, takes a snap, give Mitchell, cuts back. He's going to be stood up and driven backward as two Westmoreland Eagles meet the
another penalty
running back, and another penalty. See what that one is. Blue Devils clapping, so
I believe it's going to be another unsportsmanlike
it
on
very well
Westmoreland.
could be. See what the referee says. That's a 15-yarder. It actually won't be. It'll be half the distance since you're inside the 30.
Yep, unsportsmanlike
conduct, yeah. Back them up, Noah, one more time.
Should put us around the 12-yard line.
They're going to set it down on the 13. You're close. First and 10, Blue Devils. Nope, second down and less than one. Or first down and less than one. Now they're looking at the stakes. They do decide first and 10. I was thinking that was automatic first down. Westmoreland going to take time. We'll take it with them. Westmoreland 14, Jackson County 0. Back now at Westmoreland High School, the Eagles on top of the Blue Devils, 14-0. Still first quarter, 6:30, but Jackson County inside the 15, down at about the 12-yard line, following back-to-back. Well, actually, they've almost had three. They have had three unsportsmanlike conduct. Westmoreland just a little too aggressive, especially at the end of plays. So Jackson County looking at first and 10 from just outside the 10. From the gun, Stacy will call the signal, sends his motion man. He'll keep it. Got a little room. Schuyler inside the 10, down near the 5. Good carry on first down.
That was a great block. You could have drove a semi through that hole.
Really was a good hole. Mitchell with a good lead block. Also Sousa on there blocking.
It's great to see Sousa back this week.
It really is. That was a little scary last week. Asher Morris and Joe Rowland over there as well, plowing ahead for the Blue Devils. Wimberley at center. Also Jackson County's got Collier, Channing Collier, as Westmoreland shifts around on defense. Stacy backs up in the shotgun. And they shifted and moved. And again, that was motion on Jackson County, but there was almost a little extracurricular on the bottom of that. You could very well see offsetting. And that's maybe what they're discussing right now. You're supposed to come across and hit, but once you get the guy down, Jackson County, again, they get down inside the 10, inside the 5, and we've had turnovers, procedure penalties, and once again a procedure penalty. And that was borderline unsportsmanlike again.
It was close.
It was close.
Offense is stretched wide.
Probably a sideline warning where that one fell. I'm not sure. waiting on the referee's signal. It was thrown right in front of the Blue Devil bench. Sideline warning against Jackson County. So
second and short coming up.
Second down and goal from second down and 11 rather, as I can get first down at about the 3. Stacy from the shotgun. Read option, they give it to Mitchell, and Xavier gets a yard or two, but the whole middle of the Westmoreland line there to meet him.
He just got bottled up right there.
There was just nowhere to run. That'll bring up third and 9. Third down, 9 yards to go for the Blue Devils. I think Jet Tucker probably has range for a field goal from here if the coaching staff doesn't convert or get very close, doesn't feel comfortable going for it on fourth down. But again, right on the fringe. They need 4 or 5 yards for a little feel better. Stacy rolls, fires, and incomplete.
Looks like there was some miscommunication between.
It really was. I think Stacy was expecting Brady Smith to go out, and he broke it up because he threw the out, and Mitchell went up, and that'll bring up fourth down. Tucker will come in to try the field goal for Jackson County. Been a while since we've kicked a field goal. Colt Loftus is the holder. Ball will be set on the 19. That would be a 29-yard attempt for Tucker. He has the leg.
From the center of the field. Bad snap.
High snap. Short kick. That's going to be fielded. That's a live football that somebody needs to make a tackle. He's still on his feet and still on his feet. Broke 3 tackles.
There's all kinds of laundry coming
flags flying everywhere. Down the sideline comes Westmoreland. He's running out of gas at midfield, wants to hand it to somebody. And that goes all the way. But there's penalty flags all over back here inside the 5-yard line.
Tom, looks like we got another one here at the 30.
And that's
25
about the point where you call block in the back. And, yeah, that does look like a flag. So we'll worry about it. It's the 2 back here that if you're a Blue Devil fan, you hope are holding or blocking the back. And either way, this one's not going to count. It's coming back. First bad snap we've had, the freshman quarterback, Colt Loftus, and he will learn as he continues to hold. But when you get that bad snap, there's got to be a fire drill or something you run where you pop up and throw the ball to someone. And again, that's just going to take experience. But Jackson County, with the procedure penalty, really missed a golden opportunity, as Westmoreland will be backed up close to their own goal line. Three penalties on the play, all against Westmoreland. It'll be half the distance to the goal from the penalty that occurred farthest back.
Westmoreland's going to have a lot of field to cover here. They're deep.
At the rate they covered, it won't take long if we don't tackle a little better than what we've been doing. We've done a good job making initial contact, but we've allowed Westmoreland too many broken tackles that have turned into big plays. Going to spot it inside the 5 at about the 3 or 4 yard line, as Westmoreland will come to the line of scrimmage. I would expect to see quarterback under center. But as they break the huddle, we'll see what they come up with. And they do. Under center, handoff, running left. Counter play, dragging Blue Devils with him. Gets across the 5, up near the 10. Give him about 4 yards on the carry.
That was Cooper White again for Westmoreland. That
White
kid
again,
runs hard.
He does run hard. He got more than I thought he did as they spot him after a gain of about 7. That'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Now they have a little operating room. They go back in the shotgun. We'll see. And they do. From a gun, wing back in motion. Snap, wide receiver screen. Stacy hits him high and throws him down hard at the 14-yard line, but that's going to be, I think, good for a first down.
Good open field tackle there.
Was good, sure tackle. Skylar Stacy not going to let him loose, and still good for a first down, but good solid hit by Stacy. Because Skylar misses him, and that's
6.
It's 6. Jackson County gets Bryson Bowman in the game. Maddox Wilson checks out. Back under center. Movement.
It's going to be false start on the offense. Back Westmoreland up 5.
If that's indeed the call, Jackson County jumped. They were drawn off sides. 5-yard mark off. And that's normally the way you see it. The Blue Devil defender came across, made contact. When the Westmoreland came across, they not only hit the Jackson County player, they drove him into the ground. And here's a snap. Fake the handoff, pressure, fires it out, got a man wide open, complete at the 30, down the sideline, cuts back. Jackson County there to stuff him up, but not until they cross the 50 at the Jackson County 48-yard line. First quarter winding down at 150. Westmoreland 1st and 10 inside Jackson County territory. Call it the 47-yard line.
The defensive back had the flat covered there, and just that Westmoreland receiver just ran right behind him.
Well, what you're doing is we're looking in the backfield. If you're playing man defense, you got to watch the man. Can't get caught peeking in the backfield, otherwise they'll just run past you, and that's what happened. Jackson County's done that to a great extent all year. From the gun, here's a snap. Fake the screen, little double move, got a man over his head, incomplete. They've thrown that little quick out to the wide receiver a couple of times. That time we bid on
the hitch.
Yeah, we bid on it, and fortunately for the Blue Devils, pass was too long. Second down and 10 for the Eagles. Westmoreland breaks the huddle. They got 2 wideouts near side. Here's a snap. Quarterback straight drop. Looks, pressure comes, flags fly. He's got a man open, and again overthrew a wide open receiver. That should be probably a holding penalty on Westmoreland. We'll wait and see. Normally when the flag comes in the offensive backfield on a pass play, it's a hold, but
defense got great penetration there.
There was good penetration that time by the Blue Devil defense.
Holding
Westmoreland, and that'll mark them 10 yards farther back. Second down and 20. With 2 incomplete passes, still 1:08 to play first quarter. Westmoreland goes back in their own territory to the Westmoreland 43. Second down, 20. pressure Jackson County had on that. Somebody better watch a screen pass.
You got to identify the tight end wing.
Wingback goes in motion. Counter sweep as they come the other way. Jackson County hits him 62 on the stop for the Blue Devils. Caleb Wimberly.
They were all over that.
Good job, Caleb Wimberly.
He read that perfectly.
Really did. Excellent play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 19, only a yard gain. So
Penalties have really helped us out so far.
penalties have helped us a lot. Westmoreland's doing their job helping us with penalties, but big plays have killed us. So Jackson County needs to guard against a big one right here. 3rd down and almost 20 from the gun. Out in the flat, too tall. Again, had a man there, but Wimberly was behind him waiting for the reception. That'll bring up 4th down. Let's see if Westmoreland elects to punt this time with 4th and almost 20.
21 seconds left in the first quarter.
Got 21 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Westmoreland on top of Jackson County by 14. An anticipated punt upcoming, but again, anywhere near midfield, you got to watch out for a fake. This formation's not conducive to that, but we'll see. Low snap, punter hits it. High spiraling kick, fairly short, and that's a live football picked up and run off the muff. And
there is another flag coming out. And a
flag comes out late. I'm not sure that there wasn't kick interference up here, because you got to give the receiver a yard to catch it, and I don't think he had it.
Number 56 for Westmoreland, Ethan Graves, has been expressing some frustration there.
And we'll see. Plus, I'm not sure that you could advance a muff on a punt. So either way, I think this one's going to come back, but the only question is there a penalty for kick-catch interference, or is it just a muff and you can bring it back?
Everything's bailing behind it, and there's no play on it.
Referee still discussing. See what the call is.
Personal foul
on Westmoreland. That is interference on the catch. They're going to assess that from the point of the original line of scrimmage, so they'll back up from the 44, 15 yards from there. The inside the 30 at the 29, I think. Yes, it is. That's where they set it down. So Jackson County's got Isaiah Thomas back to field this one. Stafford was really unloaded on that punt. Again, Westmoreland talking it over. Play clock hasn't started, but of course it stopped with the game clock stopped, but
I'm not exactly sure what the Westmoreland head coach could be arguing.
I don't know either. They're discussing something with the official. He's not a happy camper over there on the far side, but we'll think maybe he's discussing his frustration with the number of fouls, but most of these been pretty flagrant.
Oh yeah, there's been some aggression from the Westmoreland side for sure so far.
Really has. And and football's an aggressive game, but
these penalties have been pretty blatant.
Yeah, they are. And there's a point where you're just hurting yourself and your teammates. So still waiting on whatever's transpiring on the far side of the field.
Now Coach Loftus.
Coach Loftus wants to know what's going on. So we're supposed to be playing ball. Where it was, Westmoreland coach not happy about the results, but
we'll line up and punt it again.
Yeah. Jackson County punt returner standing at his own 45. Blue Devils should come out of this pretty good field position. Still waiting on the officials.
This should be the last play of the quarter. There's 6 seconds left here in the
Yeah,
first.
the clock won't start till the punt's fielded. So if he punts it out of bounds or we don't field it, like I said, maybe starts on the snap. It's not like a kickoff. Now they're coming to the Jackson County side. And I guess to explain what went on, no. Blue Devils started to the sidelines, but now they go back out into the center of the field. Maybe now we're about to get started. Westmoreland, with 6 seconds to go in the quarter, will be kicking it to Jackson County. Good snap. Kick is away. Better kick, fielded by Thomas at the 44. Ducks forward and then snowed under as he gets to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Jackson County as we start the second quarter. Blue Devils down 14-0. Quarter about to start. Jackson County will begin with the ball. They trail Westmoreland by 2 scores, 14-0, as Westmoreland defense is on the field. Ball will be spotted at the Jackson County 48-yard line, 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
Good field position. Let's hope to capitalize on it this go-around.
Really do. We need to take advantage of it. We need to just make a couple first downs anyway. Get a little offensive consistency as Jackson County lines up in the gun. 3 wideouts. Collier in motion. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff. He's got a man in the middle if he sees him.
He
had Thomas off his fingertips and incomplete.
Stacy had all day back there. That was great protection.
It really was. They weren't expecting a pass. You pass when they don't expect it. That helps your line. And that time he did a good job reading. His initial read was on the far side. He came back and saw Thomas come open late, put the ball on him and just off his fingertips. 2nd and 10 Jackson County.
And those middle of the field throws can be difficult to make.
They can, and they're dangerous if you don't catch them because you've got the defenders behind it to pick off the tip drill. From the gun. Good snap. Set. And Stacy hit just as he turned it loose. Pass goes down in the dirt. He had C.J. Collier on a crossing route. He was trying to get a little more on that. And Jackson County Joe Rowland injured on the play as he makes his way to the sideline. Can't quite get there. Injury timeout on the field. We'll take that timeout and be right back. As Jackson County lineman Joe Rowland being helped to the sideline, the more he walks, the better he looks. So hopefully he just rolled an ankle. They can get him over here, put him on the table, tape that ankle up, and Joe will be good to go. It's one thing about being an interior lineman. You're supposed to be tougher than everybody else because you get hit from everywhere.
He made a good effort to get off the field.
He really did. He made a valiant effort to get off the field, almost made it. And now we'll see if they can get Joe back in the game. 3rd and 10, Jackson County. Westmoreland shows blitz. They come with it. Screen pass and just a little touch. It was there. Sousa was
wide open.
Would have been wide open, but the pressure was too. You got 2 big, tall guys, and Stacy just probably couldn't see him. Threw it where he thought he was. Falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down, and once again, Jackson County will punt it away.
It was a great play call there.
It really was. Great play call. Blue Devils over the last few years under Coach Loftus have been a good screen team.
That could have quite possibly been 6 if he could have held on.
It really could have. Good snap. Pressure comes. He's hit. That one. He said it was partial. They ruled it was tipped and no roughing on the kicker. Westmoreland.
Tom, that's pretty shocking. Collier took a lick there.
Well, they ruled he tipped the ball, and that takes roughing out of it. So you can see the referee, as soon as it started, he indicated tip. So Westmoreland, no roughing on that. Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line, rather.
Glad to see Collier pop up on that, though.
Yeah. Hey, CJ's a tough kid. He'll bounce up if he can. Single wide out far side of the field. 2 wing backs in the backfield. Fake the handoff, give to the wing back. Cuts back. Jackson County's got him over there. Good defensive play over there. Now, is that Collier? I believe it is. C.J. Collier.
Fantastic open field tackle.
It really was. Just like you draw it up. Got about 2 on the play. Second down and 8. But good job, C.J.
Minus a few big plays, the defense has been pretty solid.
It really has. They've not been bad at all other than the big plays. From under center, quarterback keeper right up the middle. Cuts back against the grain, and down he goes.
It's Collier again.
Collier again on what was probably a touchdown-saving tackle. First down yardage anyway by the Westmoreland quarterback as they move the chains. 1st and 10 Eagles. Plenty of time here in the first half. Jackson County's Morris checks in as coming out for the Blue Devils. That's Bowman, I believe. So Westmoreland 1st and 10 at the Jackson County 44.
Looks like they're going trips to the right here.
Out of the gun. Sets up one-on-one far side, and that's exactly where they take it. Open field tackle. Schuyler Stacy on the stop, but very close to a first down. So they do give him first down yardage. So 1st and 10 Westmoreland as they move the chains inside the 45 to the 44, 43 maybe. 33. I'm counting the wrong way. Two wideouts near side, one up top. He comes in motion. Flanker screen. Complete. Jackson County read it.
All over it. Oh.
All over it. He broke a tackle, still on his feet, but Jackson County rallying to the ball. Still breaks a tackle down the sideline and stepped out of bounds. That play was stopped. You couldn't defend it any better. And just did not wrap up. You're exactly right.
What should have been a negative play, we just give up first down.
Yeah, and we're lucky it wasn't first down. I mean, a touchdown.
The second level of the defense kept fighting there, though.
The flag on the play is that flag took place at the end of the play. That one's going against the Blue Devils. Personal foul on Jackson County. That'll be half the distance. Move it down to about the 12-yard line.
I didn't see what took place
I
there.
really didn't either. It was down here in the corner. It occurred after the play was over. But wing back reverse, jet sweep, whatever, and Jackson County makes the stop inside the 10. Westmoreland will get it down around the 5-yard line. That's 6 or 7 yards on first down. Back him up a little bit.
Wimberley has been all over the place tonight.
Cub has played an outstanding game so far tonight for Jackson County. Ain't going to have to give out a little more as Joe Rowland out of the game, so that's one less in the defensive rotation. Rowland trying to get ready to go back in over here on the sideline as they tape that ankle up. Under center, handoff in the middle. No, he pulled it. Reverse, hit hard, and down he goes, but looks like in the end zone it is touchdown Westmoreland. I thought he handed it, but the quarterback pulled it out, kept it. Touchdown Westmoreland. 20-0 is our score. How much time we got left now?
8:13.
8:13 here in the first half. Good snap, sets down, kicks up, right down the middle. Westmoreland 21, Blue Devils 0. We'll be back. And we're back now. Jackson County will send Stacy and Collier. C.J. Collier, Hayden Stacy back deep. They'll line up at about the 20-yard line. Westmoreland has been squib kicking it, pooch kicking it. See what they do this time. There's the whistle. We're ready to go. High end over end driving kick. Picked up by Stacy at the 10. Or Stafford rather at the 10. Popped it out and Westmoreland going to recover it. 1st and 10 Westmoreland, Jackson County 19, 20-yard line.
He just put his helmet on the ball right there.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes, sir.
There's no doubt about it. And the other thing you're supposed to do when you're carrying the ball, when you see contact coming, put 2 hands up. Jackson County Hayden Stafford, only a junior. He'll get better. Does a good job fielding kicks and good job in return game. But that time he just had a helmet right on the football and it popped out. 1st and 10 Eagles at the Blue Devil 20. From the gun, Westmoreland brings their wing back in motion, looking, firing. It's tipped. Good job. Somebody got a hand on that. May have been Sousa.
He had his man just sailed on him.
Well, it was tipped at the line, caused it to go up. I think it was Sousa got a hand on it. May have been Mitchell, one of the linebackers. One had pressure and the other got the tip. So good job, Blue Devil defense on that play. Westmoreland will break the huddle with 12 seconds on the play clock. Quarterback goes under center this time. Got 2 backs set in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Going to pull it and keep it. Got a hole. He's got the 10. 5 to the corner of the end zone. And the referee says touchdown Eagles. 20-yard run. 20-yard run. Westmoreland extends their lead now. 27-0 over Jackson County. Extra point will be forthcoming.
That quarterback's just been electric tonight. We've not had an answer for him.
Really have, but to have an answer for him, you got to get somebody over to make a tackle, and
we've missed several of those tonight.
Well, there was on that play there was nobody there. Everybody went for the running back, and outside contain was not there. Waiting on the snap, it's back, kick is up, and good. Westmoreland 28, Jackson. Waiting the Westmoreland kickoff as they'll tee it up one more time. See if Jackson County can make something positive happen here as the Westmoreland kicker hits it high, end over end, heads back to Stacy with it, off his hands, goes into the end zone, and good luck for Jackson County. That will be ruled a touchback as the ball was not fumbled into the end zone. Momentum of the kick carried it back there. Bring it out to the 20, 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
This young man retrieving the tee for Westmoreland's getting a workout tonight.
Yeah, he is. See Joe Rowland still sitting over here as he's not been cleared to go back in. Helmet beside him, so it doesn't look like that's going to happen first half. From the gun, Skylar Stacy asks for the ball, moves Mitchell into the slot. Now they shift him back.
5 seconds.
Play clock's winding
Play
down.
clock down to 4. Jackson County better hurry, get it off. Give Mitchell up the middle. Xavier is wrestled down right at the line of scrimmage. Short gain on the play.
Somebody cheer for number 52.
Xavier Mitchell not happy about something on that play, but Out of the gun again. Good snap, counterplay Mitchell. Got a little room this time. No, quarterback keeper, he pulled it. Gets across the 25 out to the 26. I thought, I thought Mitchell had the ball. Good move, good ball handling by Skylar Stacy.
Tommy had me fooled. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really great job by Stacy. 6-yard game. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Sousa will check out. Thomas comes in to give Jackson County 4 wideouts. Might be a good time to try a little slip draw or something here. Nope. Pressure comes. Stacy going to quarterback keep. Going to pick up a yard, but needed 4.
That's number 28 again. Ryan Sept.
Move it to the 27. That'll bring up a punting situation for Jackson County. Let's see if they do indeed decide to punt. I would be surprised if they don't. Punt team makes their way on the field. C.J. Collier will line up to kick it away. Westmoreland got pressure coming. They do. Collier hits it high, end over end. Hits and bounces for what down that Jackson County. You're not supposed to stand and watch that. And Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 42-yard line. Could have been a 45. You got to learn when it's bouncing your way, you don't watch it. You stop those. It's the roll toward the other team you stand and watch. But again, a lot of young players. I think there's 16 or 17 freshmen on this team. So, and a lot of them are playing.
The future will be bright.
If they all stay out and stay with it, they really are. There's some of these kids. Not only do they have ability, they've got size and. We shall see in years to come, but the quarterback goes under center, sends his wing back in motion. Straight toss sweep. Jackson County gets over there, still turns the corner, cuts back against the grain, and off to the races. Westmoreland, that's going to be another 6 points for the Eagles. That time, the Blue Devils did a good job getting over. They turned the play back, but then Westmoreland did a better job cutting off the backside pursuit. And Westmoreland takes it 43 yards for the touchdown. Try for point coming up. If it's good, it'll be Westmoreland 35, Jackson County 0. Sets down, kicks up, and it's good. Right down the middle, 35-0 Westmoreland. Westmoreland to kick it off one more time as they hit it. Driving end over end kick. Jackson County just watch that one go in the end zone.
Somebody cheer for number 33, Jackson Stewart.
C.J. Collier standing inside the 5, so I can go over his head and touchback Westmoreland. So Jackson County takes over 1st and 10 at their 20. Braden Dotson comes in. Jackson County going to get starts over to give Xavier Mitchell a rest, but Mitchell makes his way back on the field. See if he goes into the H-back position. And that is indeed where he goes. So Sousa is the man that's out on this play or series. Skylar Stacy in the gun. Man in motion. That's Collier. They hand it to him on the jet sweep, turned the corner, and then linebacker shut that one down in a hurry. Picked up about almost 6. See where they put it down. Give him 6. 2nd down and 4. Jackson County's shown that jet sweep several times in the last couple of games. It's one of the first times they've actually handed it to him. They also run a very effective counter on that. Would not be surprised to see that before the ball game is over. Dotson is your running back. one of those freshmen we talked about. Again, motion, fake it. Here's the counter. Skylar Stacy across the 30, and the Blue Devils, 1st and 10. Jackson County move the chains.
First guy to hit him.
1st and 10, Jackson County.
And quicker step for number 44. 1st and 10, Blue Devils.
It's looking like
Colt
Colt Loftus might be
get a
checking
helmet. Not sure if Stacy was injured on the play. He is. He's down on the sideline, so Jackson County didn't see him over there. Stacy got up, made it to the sideline, and then went down. So injury timeout on the field. We'll be right back. Back following the injury timeout. That was Jackson County quarterback Skylar Stacy. He goes to the trainer's table. They'll evaluate Skylar. Pretty good hit. He may have concussion syndrome, as they call that, but they'll check him, and for safety's sake, Colt Loftus in now. Handoff to his tailback. He's going to be hit and driven back for a loss.
Some of the first action for the freshman quarterback here.
Well, it's got a freshman quarterback and a freshman running back in there, so Sousa back in the game as the H-back, or tight end. He may have moved to tight end and got Mitchell as your H-back. Colt will take the play from the sideline as they signal it in. Tells his center. Fake the handoff. Counter play goes to Mitchell. Xavier stood up. Powers for, no, that's Dotson again. 20 on the carry. That's Dotson. Braden picks up a couple, back to about the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 9, we'll call it.
Number 32, Jackson Stewart.
Clock at 2:05 still in the first half. Jackson County sends 3 wideouts near side. Loftus got a pretty good arm if they opt to throw it here. He takes a snap, wide receiver screen, threw it over Brady Smith's head and out of bounds.
Right read,
Pass
just
falls,
flew on him.
Yep. 4th down and 9 for Jackson County. Punter is back on the field. They have blocked one, almost got a piece of another.
Tom, at the looks of it, Stacy might be done for the night.
Yeah, I'd say he is. Good snap. Kick is away. Spiraling kick, fielded at the 42, dragging a tackler, and then Jackson County gangs up on him at his own 47-yard line. Westmoreland will scrimmage 1st and 10 from that point. We got 1:32 left to go in the first half. Westmoreland over the Blue Devils by the score of 35-0 as they swap footballs. As we said earlier, each team has their own game ball they play with, and unlike the old days when the home team provided the football and you played with whatever they gave you.
Looks like Aiden Netherton's going to be replacing Stacy in the secondary here on defense.
Aiden Netherton in on defense as the handoff goes right up the middle, cuts to the outside, and will be dragged down at about the 50. Good stop over there. Jackson County 55 on the stop for Jackson County. Channing Collier. Wimberly there also for Jackson County. Westmoreland looking at 2nd down and 7.
Clock still running.
Fired, caught. Westmoreland looking for a block. Cuts back into the middle of the field. Gets
Netherton there
the
with
40.
a great tackle.
Was a good stop by Netherton. Netherton with a good tackle. Clock continues to run. Westmoreland downs it so that they can take their time. Looks like they want one more before the half. So the Eagles of Westmoreland with under a minute left. Look over here. Was it 45.2 seconds?
Yep, 45.2, under a minute here.
Kind of hoping it was 15.2, but 45 seconds to go. They can get plenty. They got plenty of time. It obviously doesn't take Westmoreland long, as they've had several big plays tonight. But even if they don't,
watch seven.
quarterback under center, jet sweep. Got some room. He's hit, breaks a tackle, and then down he goes. Good stop over there. C.J. Collier for Jackson County.
Clock stops for them to move the chains.
They move the chains, and clock will start again. Asher Morris comes in for Jackson County. Bryson Bowman will check out for the Blue Devils. Or is that 52? Still think that's Bryson Bowman.
Looks like they may just let it run out here.
First
Tom.
and 10, they can. There's no reason for them. 17 seconds on the play clock. Under that on the game clock. They don't have to snap it. Leading 35-0. No reason to snap it. But with 8 seconds left, Westmoreland will call time. They want one more play. Would not be surprised to see them try a field goal.
Their kicker's definitely got the leg for it.
Kicker's got the leg, and it's one of those situations. There may come a point later on in the season that this means something. You know, if you're a Jackson County fan, you think, why would you add that? But now this is an opportunity for them to basically practice a field goal under game conditions.
And give their kicker confidence.
Give their kicker some confidence when it doesn't matter. It's just it's a wise thing to do if you're a coach. And I know sometimes you don't necessarily like it, but it's a smart move for down the road. They may come into a game somewhere where they need this kind of field goal. And
I believe it's going to be around a 42 or 43-yarder.
Let's see where he's got his tee set. Looks like at the 33. 33, that'd make it a 43-yard attempt. That's a pretty good kick. Here's the snap, sets down, kick is on the way. It's long enough.
He drilled it.
And it is good. So the field goal is good. Westmoreland now 38. Jackson County nothing. And 0-0 on the clock. So we're at halftime here at Westmoreland. And welcome back to Jackson County football here on the Jackson County Football High School Network. Second half about to get underway. Westmoreland leading things by the score of 35-0. New kicker on the field, I think, for Westmoreland.
Update from the coaching staff. Skylar Stacy is going to be out for the remainder of the game under concussion protocol.
Well, that's a whole lot better than it was back when I played years and years ago. It's like used to be an old guy that rode bulls professionally named Jim Shoulders, and they'd say, well, Jim would say that's before concussions were invented. So get back home, and it's much safer for these kids now. And I'm certainly disappointed. Now here comes the kicker. But certainly disappointed Skylar won't play, but for his safety and future safety, that's a smart thing. Westmoreland tees it up at the 40. Jackson County will swap deep men as Clenard and Stafford swap places. Hits it, driving end over end. They're going to kick it to Stafford anyway. He bobbles it, picks it up, cuts back in the middle of the field, lowers his shoulder, and gets across the 20 up to about the 23 or 4. Once, I believe I'm right on this, once the score reaches 35 points, you get continuous clock for the remainder of the game, provided the 35-point margin remains. And right now, so we'll be running continuous clock for the second half of tonight's game. 23-yard line is the spot. Jackson County will begin second half, 1st and 10. Colt Loftus will be directing the offense for Jackson County as youngster freshman gets some more game reps. Calls for, takes the snap, hands off Mitchell. Mitchell will power ahead, pick up across the 25. Short gain on the play as put it on the 26, give him 3 yards on the carry. Scoreboard announcer says that's a 25. Looks like a 6 to me, but from the gun, Loftus hands off, running left or running right rather, and is that Mitchell or Dodson?
That's Mitchell.
I think Braden Dodson was the ball carrier. He gets it up close to the 30. That'll bring up third down and about 5 yards to go. Long 4, short 5. Brady Smith checks into the huddle for Jackson County, and with a freshman quarterback, Blue Devils will go to the huddle. Break the huddle. Standing tailback, Braden Dodson. Colt Loftus at quarterback. Fires out here over the head of his intended receiver. Probably a good thing. At safety for Westmoreland saw that one coming, broke on the ball, and it was high. And,
Safety was just waiting on him.
He was. We've thrown that pass by Colt 3 or 4 times and out of that formation, and obviously Westmoreland expected it. Safety broke on it. Be a good time next time we get the balls to pump that and see if you can't take advantage of them as C.J. Collier drops back in punt formation. Low snap. Collier hits it. Spiraling kick. Going to hit it to 45. Takes a good bounce for Jackson County. And we'll be down at the 35, 36-yard line. They'll spot at 36. Nice kick by C.J. and no return.
Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing Joe Rowland anymore tonight either, Tom. He is out of his shoulder pads.
Yeah, Joe looks like he's done as well. And again, why in a game like this risk further injury to a kid you're going to need down the road?
It's a long season.
It is.
Still a lot to play for.
They did. They taped the ankle. He fired out a few snaps, and I'm sure it was tender. So sprained ankle in a week make a lot of difference. Westmoreland will still their starters in the game. We expected that at least one series. Whistle sounds, and Westmoreland takes time. Time out on the field will take time. Be right back. Westmoreland takes a snap, handoff jet sweep, running to the right, hit, and will be spun down. That was Seuss over there on the stop for Jackson County. Get up near the 40.
Westmoreland got to the line quick there.
They really did. They ran up like they were going to run something real quick, across the 40, get him the 42, so that's a gain of about 6. If we put the far, we'll call it 5. I don't think he's on the 42. I think it's 41, so 5-yard gain. Westmoreland will go into the shotgun. Blue Devils adjust the defense. Counter play coming near side. Jackson County strings it out. Collier missed a tackle down the sideline. That's not Thomas. That's
another flag comes in.
Flag comes in late. Aiden Netherton on the stop for Jackson County, but not till Westmoreland picks up first down yardage, and the penalty probably going to be a block in the back, but we'll have to wait and see. Flag came in late. Westmoreland backing up. 10-yard penalty. Collier checks out. Casey Letterman in the game for Jackson County.
Triple D construction. First down.
Netherton moves over to face up with a wide receiver on the far side. From under center, quarterback, that's a motion penalty on
false start.
False start, whatever, on the whole left side of the Westmoreland offensive line. About 3 of them jumped. Another 5 yards marked off, moves Westmoreland back to the 49-yard line of Jackson County. 1st and 15.
Westmoreland has sure racked up the penalty yards tonight.
They really have. And they've helped Jackson County a lot with penalties, but Blue Devils have hurt themselves finishing tackles. From under center, here's the snap. New quarterback in the game now for Westmoreland. Handoff down the near side, and he is loosened to the races. And touchdown Westmoreland, 49 yards, almost untouched. The last man on the field, Collier, I think, got a hand on him, but could not prevent the touchdown. Westmoreland extends their lead now to 41-0 over Jackson County.
If it's not been arm tackling, it's been bad angles, Tom.
It really has. That's the other thing you got to do is you got to understand that such a thing as angle of pursuit, and we have not necessarily done the best job at that tonight either. But here's the try for point. Sets down, kicks up, and good again. Westmoreland got 42. The Blue Devils have nothing. We'll be back with another kickoff after Westmoreland will kick it off one more time. Collier and Stafford back deep for the Blue Devils. It's it high, end over end. This one's going to Collier, who picks it up at the 10, 20, 25, and to the 30-yard line where he spun down. So if they give him the 30, and they do.
Good return.
Good return. And Collier just he does what you want a returner to do. Catch the ball, full speed ahead, toward the other team, get what you can get. And best return we've had all night. And we've had plenty of them. From the 30, Jackson County takes over on offense, 1st and 10. Colt Loftus will be your quarterback. He's going to direct the offense the rest of the way tonight as Skylar Stacy out. Concussion protocol. And, he could even be doubtful for next week.
Yeah, and that could really hurt.
Yeah. From the gun, Loftus takes the snap, fires again over the head of his intended receiver. Brady Smith takes a big hit and goes down.
Colt's got a rocket for an arm, but he's really struggled with these screen passes tonight.
You wonder if he's aiming. Instead of just cutting loose and let it rip, he's trying to, because those screen passes got a little arc in them,
yeah,
and they need to be flat.
One thing about it, arm strength is not an issue.
Yeah, I've watched him throw in practice. The young man's got a good arm. Loftus, handoff. That's Dodson. Stiff arms, gets across the 30, up near the 35. Brady Dodson will pick up a solid gain. See where they set the ball down.
Number 32, Jackson Stewart.
Only going to give him 3. I thought he had more than that, but they don't pay me to think. So 3rd down and a solid 7, short 8. Smith gets the play from the sideline. He'll take it inside, tell Loftus in the huddle. Colt will pass it along to his teammates. Got 7 seconds on the play clock. You're going to have to hurry. 3, 2, 1, 0. Just got it off. Handoff, running left side. Ball pops out. Loftus looked like he got on it for Jackson County. Westmoreland stripped it away after the whistle, but 4th down Blue Devils. They'll back Jackson County up inside their own 30, where the Blue Devils will punt it away with 2:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Collier will kick for Jackson County.
You got to say, Colt had great awareness there with
He
that
really
play
did.
clock. Just watching the play clock and also realizing that there was a fumble, getting on top of it.
That's things you don't expect out of a freshman. Good snap. Collier takes his time, hits it. It's short. Going to take a good bounce for Jackson County. Rolls inside the 50, inside the 45, and be down at the 44. That was Mitchell back there for Jackson County to down the ball.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So some of the younger players for Jackson County. Hayden Stafford comes in. Also, Jackson County sends Jacaden Smith in the game, as Xavier Mitchell will check out.
The main thing the rest of the way is just getting out of here with no more injuries.
But some of these young guys get some experience, don't get any starters hurt, and get ready for next week. Red Boiling Springs at Red Boiling. The handoff goes left side. Going to be hit and short gain on the play as a host of Blue Devils combine. Tackle him at the 49-yard line. Schaffhauser was the ball carrier. I'm glad I heard them say that. I saw his name on the roster, and I thought, I don't want to say that. Don't have to. Second down and 5.
Clock under a minute in the third.
Clock goes down to a minute in the third. Probably the last play of the third quarter, as certainly Westmoreland will be in no hurry to get plays off. Jacaden Smith just in the game, credited with the tackle. Running left again, breaks a tackle, and rolled up. It's Asher Morris there, along with Isaiah Thomas, and Jackson County also had Channing Collier all combined. First down, Westmoreland at the Blue Devil 41, maybe 42. Westmoreland goes to the sideline. That's the end of the quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Westmoreland 42, Jackson County. Play of the fourth quarter, Westmoreland with the football as they line up at the Jackson County 40. 1st and 10. Running right side, 42 with a big hole. Jackson County stops it up, but not till Westmoreland gets down inside the 35 to the 32. That's going to be an 8-yard gain. Second down, I guess that is 3 yards. So they put it down at that point. They moved the down marker. I believe that's 2. Either way, Westmoreland, of course, certainly in no hurry when you're up as much as they are. A lot of young players, second-line players for both teams now on the field. Some good experiences. You've got some young players for Jackson County. You say, well, why are some of the starters doing it? Well, this is a case where you've got a lot of youngsters, but you don't have a whole lot of players. Around the side goes Westmoreland, up the sideline, and a tackle over there on the far side. Couldn't see who that was, but
I think Caden Birdwell just made the best angle tackle of all night. He took a perfect angle towards the sideline there.
Caden Birdwell on the stop for the Blue Devils, and good hit, but Westmoreland once again tallies another first down, and now they're deep in Jackson County territory, getting close to that 10-yard line, just outside of 1st and goal. Again, Westmoreland in no hurry. If you're a Westmoreland coach, you'd like to see them snap it with about 2 seconds on the play clock. It's at 7 right now and counting down. And that's what they do, although they jumped. They didn't snap it. Some of the offensive linemen were looking at the play clock and said, this thing's got to go. So Westmoreland jumps, back them up 5. I don't know if you blame that on the new center or the new quarterback. I think it's the quarterback's fault, but
New quarterback they got in, number 9, Xander Hodge. He is a sophomore as well, so he's young.
well, I never played quarterback, played some center at times, so I never blame anybody that played where I played. So centers are never at fault. Sweep right, hits the corner, bounces off a tackle and goes down, but not before Westmoreland makes good yardage on the play. Their fault centers, guards, tackles, ends, fullbacks, halfbacks.
So never fault the whole line.
Right. The offensive line, if they make a false move or whatever, the quarterback bound to messed up the cadence on that. I always blame the quarterback. Now, my cohort in here, John, when he was done, it was always the line's fault because he played quarterback. Quarterbacks do no wrong.
See, I was a skill guy myself, but I don't really know how you blame a receiver.
Well, it's easy to blame a receiver if they move too soon. Here's a snap. Handoff. Running right. Cuts back. Hit. Down he goes. Did he get first down yardage? I can't see the sticks.
It's going to be awful close.
Close to a first down.
3rd and about 1.
3rd down and a yard.
3rd and a long 3, we'll call it 3rd and 4. The Eagles.
Stadium announcer says 4, but again, I can't see the down markers from here.
From our angle, it's
from our
difficult
angle,
to judge.
It looks, like I say, it's real hard to tell.
28 birds will be running sideways and not down.
And so Westmoreland looking at a 3rd down. Probably with their second unit in here, this is certainly 4-down territory. Blue Devils could use a big stop here as send the man in motion, hand him the ball. He turns toward the goal line. He's going to have first down for sure. Touchdown, Westmoreland. Knew it was close. 42 for Westmoreland on the score. Who is that you've got their roster over there, Dylan?
It's going to be Dustin Burns.
Dustin Burns.
Junior running back, defensive back.
Youngster for Westmoreland gets a score. That will be a thrill for him. So the try for point coming up for the Eagles. Makes it 48-0. Is that right?
It's 51.
51
before the point
I
after
forgot
try.
about the 3-pointer. Yeah. I was just counting touchdowns. I forgot about the field goal. Snaps bobbled. He picks it up, floats to the sidelines, fires,
picked off
Jackson County. And the Blue Devils run it out, but whistle sounds. That ends the play. Who got that over there for Jackson County? Can you see the number from here? Is it 20?
I could not.
7:37.
Can't see. Is that Braden Dodson, 20?
It looked like 58.
No, it's 20.
28.
28. Or 20 or
Caleb Birdwell.
Caleb Birdwell, 28. Either way, good play by Jackson County. That keeps it Westmoreland 51, Blue Devils nothing. We'll be back with a kickoff.
And that quarterback's a beast.
He's good. 7.
All right, ready for Westmoreland to kick it off one more time, leading 51-0 over the Blue Devils. Teed up on the 40, far hash. Hits it, end over end. It's going to hit, take a hop, picked up by Jackson County. Collier head to the
he come out of it.
Popped out of it, still on his feet. Crossed the 30 and going to be dragged down to 35. C.J. Collier bounced off a good hit at about the 25, picked up 10 more. Good hard running by Collier, and Jackson County's offense once more on the field. Let's see with the
Collier's had 2 good back-to-back returns there.
He really has. Collier's doing a good job on returns. So Mitchell checks out for Jackson County. And they're going to get more youngsters in the game. Netherton checks in. Aiden Netherton.
Netherton's played a good game tonight.
He really has. He's done a good job on defense. Letterman in there as well on offense. He's had some defensive snaps, but Dodson will be your running back. All freshman backfield for Jackson County. Hand off Dotson. Braden makes a little move, gets to 35 and nudges across there. Little or no gain on the play, but it will be second down and 10. Clock at 6:09 and counting. Caden Smith checks in for Jackson County. He'll bring the play from the sideline. Also coming in, that's Colt Loftus. So Smith didn't bring the play in. Loftus will do it. 7 seconds on the play clock.
Colt's got to get it off quick.
1 second. Loftus gets the snap. Handoff. That's Smith, I believe. No, that's Dotson on the carry. Braden picks up a couple. That'll bring up third down. Like they're going to give him 3. Call it third down the long 7. Loftus comes in. This time we got 20 seconds on the play clock. That gives the youngster a little more time to get things set up and run, but he's done a good job getting plays off. Right?
Being aware of that play clock, he's done fantastic.
He's done a good job of that. One back in motion, Jackson County. When the motion started, the wideouts on this side moved with him. And again, that's a 5-yard procedure call. Third and 12, we'll call it. Blue Devils, for the most part, have played a pretty clean game tonight. They haven't made a lot of penalties. The one that really hurt was down on the 5 when it was still a ball game.
Yep.
And,
we had a little amount of momentum going into that.
Really did. It looked like
going into that series.
We had a chance to put points on the board and get in the game, and that penalty just took the Blue Devils out of it. Still 7 seconds as Loftus runs in a hurry. They're going to have to get the hustle again to get this one off. They reset the play clock. Handoff Jackson County. Dotson will carry forward. Short gain, if any, on the play, and that'll bring up punting situation for the Blue Devils.
We've just really struggled to get into any kind of rhythm tonight.
We really have. I mean, we've been beat pretty consistently on the line of scrimmage. I mean, again, when you play against a bunch of guys that are bigger and stronger than you are, it's hard to control the line of scrimmage. And that's what we've run into tonight. Here's a snap. Collier will hit it. Line drive this time. Drives the return man back. Cuts back across the grain again and will be down. That's a good stop back there. Jackson County C.J. Collier on the stop. Westmoreland will take over on their own 43.
We're inside of 3 minutes now.
Clock down under 3 minutes. I'm still looking to see where the flag was on the play. I don't know if they're looking at whatever this is out here at the point of tackle. Is that a flag? Yes, of some kind. The referee's pointing toward Westmoreland, so
I would like to know the total number of penalty yards that Westmoreland's had tonight, because it's been a bunch.
I would say if it's not 100 or more, it's close to it.
Number 5, Isaiah Escondón.
10-yard holding penalty. No, they backed up 10 yards. Now they marked it out.
I see Cortez. I see Stafford. I see Booty.
Did you see the signal, that call? I mean,
I never seen what they called it as.
I never did see the signal either. Either way, they back Westmoreland up inside their 30. First and 10 Eagles. Quarterback turns, hands off right up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, and good tackle that time. Jackson County. That was look, that's Braden Dotson on the stop over there. Thomas checks out. Coming in for Jackson County now, number 13, Bryant Farmer. Farmer will take over at safety for Jackson County. Quarterback under center. Snaps the ball, handoff on the jet sweep, hitting the backfield, and down he goes. Asher Morris on the stop for Jackson County. I think there's Asher over there, 77.
Asher just grabbed a hold of him and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he did. And put him down hard. That's lost back to the 30. Third down and a long 8 or a short 9. What's Asher? Well, Asher's just sophomore. Should we talk about got your youngsters in there? He's one of them.
You love to see it.
Love to see it. Even though he plays a lot with the first unit, it's still good playing time for the youngsters.
Well, you love to see it this deep in the fourth quarter and kids still playing hard.
Yeah, and they are, you're right, playing hard. Run comes near side. That's Caden Smith had him, couldn't hold him, takes it back the other way, and Dodson's going to hit him. He's going to be rolled up, but he gets him on the ground, gain out to the 36-7 yard line.
Tom, I believe that's probably going to do it.
That may do it as we're winding this one down. Clock goes under 5 seconds left in this one. 42 seconds. Brendan, I thank you for helping me. I've enjoyed having
absolutely love being
some
here.
help, and hope to see you next week or anytime you can make it. Coach Brown, as always, we thank our sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. And let them know you appreciate it. Next week, on the road, Red Boiling Springs.